Failure. A word that sounds heavy, often discouraging and pushing people to give up. In modern society where success is glorified more than ever, failure becomes even harder to accept. Yet the truth is, no one truly succeeds without encountering failure along the way. If you look at the greatest figures in history, be they inventors, leaders, or top athletes, you'll see that every great achievement carries the shadow of multiple failures. So how can we overcome failure and turn it into a stepping stone for success? For many, failure is defined as falling short of a set goal. For example, a student failing an important exam, an employee not getting the promotion they expected, an entrepreneur losing everything due to a business collapse. But in reality, failure isn't as negative as we often perceive it to be. Failure is proof that you've tried, acted, and stepped out of your comfort zone. Failure equals feedback. Failure isn't the end, it's a form of feedback. It helps you realize what doesn't work in your plan. Like a scientist conducting experiments, if the results aren't as expected, they adjust and try again. Failure equals part of the journey. Success never comes instantly. Imagine climbing a mountain without facing any obstacles. Would you truly appreciate the joy of reaching the summit? The challenges along the way are what make the peak so rewarding. To understand how to handle failure, let's look at how successful people perceive and overcome it. Michael Jordan, failure as an opportunity to improve. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. On 26 occasions, I was entrusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Jordan didn't see failure as defeat. Instead, he viewed each setback as a lesson to refine his skills and mindset. Thomas Edison, each failure brings you closer to success. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, conducted over 10,000 experiments before creating a functional bulb. When asked about his failures, he replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Oprah Winfrey, failure as a chance to reinvent yourself. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful media figures in the world, was fired from her first TV job for being unsuitable for television. Instead of letting failure define her, she built a media empire, proving that failure is just a stepping stone. Many view failure as the end, but for successful people, failure is simply a turning point. What matters isn't how many times you fail, but how you rise after each fall. Why do so many people fear failure? Fear of judgment. People are afraid of being seen as incompetent when they fail. Fear of loss. Failure can cost you money, time, or opportunities. Fear of irreparability. Some believe that a significant failure is impossible to recover from. Keys to overcoming the fear of failure. Understand that failure is normal. Everyone fails. It's part of life. Turn failure into a lesson. Every failure holds a valuable lesson. Find it. Act despite fear. Fear of failure keeps you stagnant. Take action to move forward. Failure isn't just an external event. It's also about how your mind reacts to what happened. Sometimes failure can leave you feeling lost, but ultimately, your perspective on failure determines the outcome. When facing failure, our brain activates a natural response called the fight or flight mechanism. This is the human reflex to danger, including emotional threats like disappointment or the feeling of defeat. Negative effects of failure, stress. The brain releases cortisol, making you feel pressured and emotionally overwhelmed. Self-criticism. You tend to blame yourself, leading to a lack of confidence. Fear of repetition. After failing, you may hesitate to try again, fearing another failure. Successful people don't let failure hold them back. Instead, they use a psychological technique called cognitive restructuring to change how they view failure. Steps to reframe failure. Ask yourself, what did this failure teach me? Seek benefits. Look for the silver lining. For instance, if a business project fails, you might have learned better management skills for next time. Turn failure into motivation. See failure as a challenge to overcome, not an insurmountable obstacle. The power of positive self-talk. A Stanford University study found that individuals who engage in positive self-talk are more likely to overcome failure. Instead of blaming themselves, they encourage themselves with uplifting statements. Instead of saying, "I'm so bad at this," say, "I'm learning how to get better." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," think, "I'm becoming better every day." Practical exercises: write down 5 positive affirmations you can use when facing failure. Repeat them daily to build a habit of self-encouragement. Gratitude, the key to overcoming failure. Practicing gratitude can help you move past failure more easily. When you focus on what you have rather than what you've lost, your brain shifts from a negative to a positive state. How to practice gratitude. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. Focus on the present. Don't let failure pull you back to the past. Concentrate on what you have now. Real-life example. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, shared that at age 30, she faced failure, jobless, divorced, and raising her child alone. Yet she remained grateful for the opportunity to write, which ultimately helped her create one of the best-selling book series in history. Just like your body needs exercise to grow stronger, your mind needs training to handle failure. How to build mental resilience. Challenge yourself. Set small but difficult goals to gradually overcome the fear of failure. Practice patience. Failure can't be overcome instantly. Focus on progress rather than outcomes. Seek support. Build a network of friends, family, or mentors to help you rise after setbacks. The anti-fragile mindset. Growing stronger through adversity. The concept of anti-fragile, introduced by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, refers to systems or individuals that not only withstand adversity, but also thrive because of it. Principles of being anti-fragile. Failure doesn't destroy you, it makes you stronger. The more challenges you face, the more adaptable and resilient you become. Real-life example. Elon Musk faced multiple failures while building SpaceX and Tesla. Yet each failure helped him refine his technology and strategies, transforming these companies into icons of innovation. By embracing failure as a catalyst for growth, you can turn every setback into an opportunity to move closer to success. There is no greater lesson than learning from the failures of others. In this section, we will explore real-life stories of individuals and businesses that stumbled but overcame adversity to achieve remarkable success. 1. Walt Disney, from unemployment to a billion-dollar entertainment empire. Walt Disney, one of the most iconic figures in the entertainment industry, once faced significant failure, early failures. At the start of his career, Disney was fired from a newspaper for being lacking in imagination and having no good ideas. He later founded an animation company, Laugh-O-Gram Studios, but it went bankrupt due to insufficient funding. Lessons from failure. Instead of giving up, Disney continued working tirelessly, sought new investors, and created Mickey Mouse, a turning point in his career. How Disney handled failure. Persistence. He refused to let criticism discourage him. Unrelenting creativity. He focused on delivering unique value. Outcome. Today, the Walt Disney Company is one of the world's largest entertainment conglomerates, worth billions of dollars. 2. Steve Jobs, being ousted from his own company. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, is a prime example of turning failure into motivation. Biggest failure. In 1985, Jobs was forced out of the company he had founded due to conflicts with the board of directors, a major blow to his career. How Jobs handled failure. Instead of succumbing to disappointment, Jobs founded Next, a computer company, and purchased Pixar, a small animation studio. Pixar eventually produced Toy Story, pioneering a new era of 3D animation, a powerful comeback. In 1997, Apple acquired Next, bringing Jobs back as CEO. He then led Apple to launch revolutionary products like the iPhone, iPod, and MacBook. Lessons learned. Never give up. Failure is an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Learn from adversity. Jobs used his time away from Apple to expand his vision and leadership skills. 3. Coca-Cola, the disaster of New Coke. Failure is not limited to individuals. Even large corporations face setbacks. Coca-Cola's New Coke debacle in 1985 is a prime example. The failure, Coca-Cola changed its classic formula to compete with Pepsi, but the move was met with customer outrage, plummeting sales, and widespread criticism. How they fixed it. Coca-Cola swiftly restored its original formula and turned the situation into a marketing campaign, emphasizing that the customers won. Outcome: Coca-Cola not only recovered but also strengthened consumer loyalty. Lessons learned: listen to your customers. Failure often results from not understanding market needs. Act quickly. Admitting mistakes and correcting them promptly can ensure recovery. 4. Oprah Winfrey. From rejections to building her own empire. Before becoming the queen of media, Oprah Winfrey faced numerous setbacks and rejections. Early rejections. She was fired from her first broadcasting job for being unfit for television. At the start of her career, her show garnered little attention. Turning point: Oprah developed a unique hosting style, focusing on inspiration and connection with her audience. Outcome: from being rejected, Oprah built Harpo Productions and became one of the wealthiest and most influential women in the world. Lessons learned: play to your strengths. If one door closes, find another path. Success comes from authenticity. Oprah proved that honesty and emotional connection with the audience are keys to success. 5. Abraham Lincoln, the most persistent failure. If you think failure prevents you from achieving great dreams, Abraham Lincoln's story will change your perspective. A journey of setbacks. 1832. Lost a bid for the state legislature. 1833. Failed in business. 1843 and 1855. Suffered multiple defeats in congressional elections. Major success. Despite numerous failures, Lincoln persisted. He eventually became the 16th President of the United States. Lessons learned: stay true to your goals. Lincoln did not let minor defeats deter his greater vision. Believe in yourself. Even after repeated rejections, he remained confident in his ability to make a difference. These stories demonstrate that failure is not the end. On the contrary, it is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Most importantly, how you respond to failure determines your path to success. To overcome failure and use it as a springboard to success, you need practical and effective strategies. This section provides actionable steps to transform failure into an advantage in your life and career. Failure has no value if you don't learn from it. Assessing and analyzing failure is the first step to turning it into an advantage. Steps to take. 1. Keep a failure journal. Write down all the details related to your failure. Answer these questions. What happened? What was the root cause of the failure? Was there anything within your control that you missed? 2. Separate emotions from facts. Avoid letting guilt or shame cloud your judgment. View failure as an objective event. Real-life example. After SpaceX was denied funding, Elon Musk spent time analyzing each reason for the rejection and improved his pitches to convince future investors. Lesson: treat failure as data to be analyzed, not as a personal defeat. When facing failure, dwelling on what went wrong won't help you move forward. Instead, shift your focus toward finding solutions. How to do it? Ask yourself, what can I do to improve the situation? Create an action plan. Identify small, specific steps to overcome obstacles. Seek help. If you can't solve it alone, don't hesitate to approach mentors or experts. Real-life example. Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, faced financial struggles while expanding the chain. Instead of giving up, he focused on optimizing operations and enhancing customer experience. Lesson: a solution-focused mindset will take you further than dwelling on the problem. After every failure, you need to strengthen your skills, knowledge, and confidence. This ensures that next time you'll come back stronger. How to do it? Learn from failure, attend courses, workshops, or read books to fill knowledge gaps. Develop new skills. Invest time in acquiring necessary skills that you lacked during the failure. Build physical and mental resilience. A healthy body and an optimistic mindset are foundations for tackling challenges. Real-life example. After failing to launch her first product line, Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, took sales courses and studied market needs, leading to the creation of her breakthrough products. Lesson: see failure as a reminder that there's always room for learning and improvement. When you fail, the people around you can become your greatest source of strength. Don't try to face everything alone. How to build a support network. 1. Share with loved ones. Open up to friends, family, or colleagues about what you're going through. 2. Find a mentor. Someone who has experienced similar failures can help you see things from a new perspective. 3. Connect with communities. Join groups, forums, or networking events to learn from others' experiences. Real-life example. After being rejected 27 times while trying to sell the manuscript for Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling received encouragement from friends and family to keep going. Lesson: never underestimate the power of a support system. Failure is not a blemish. On the contrary, if you share your failure story authentically, it can become a powerful part of your personal brand. How to do it? Share your story. Write blogs, create videos, or give talks about what you learned from failure. Emphasize recovery. Focus on how you overcame failure and the successes that followed. Inspire others. Turn your story into a source of motivation for others. Real-life example. Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group, openly shares his business failures, building the image of a fearless entrepreneur. Lesson: failure can become an inspiring story if you know how to share it. Finally, to turn failure into an advantage, you need to redefine success. Success is not just about achieving goals, but also about how you face and grow from challenges. Practice 1. List small achievements. Write down even the smallest progress to remind yourself that you're moving forward. 2. Set adjustable goals. Instead of striving for perfection, focus on incremental improvement. Real-life example. After numerous failures in product development, Dyson shifted its goal from achieving perfection immediately to step-by-step testing and improvement. Lesson: success is not a destination, but a journey of continuous improvement. Key strategies: evaluate failure, focus on solutions, reinvest in yourself, leverage your support network, build your personal brand, and redefine success. By applying these strategies, you can not only overcome failure, but also turn it into a stepping stone toward greater achievements in life. Failure is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter, one where you can rebuild, learn, and grow. Stories of successful individuals worldwide share one common trait. They don't let failure define them, but use it as motivation to move forward. Through this journey, we have explored the nature of failure, learned from real-life examples, and applied strategies and exercises to turn failure into an advantage. Key takeaways: failure is a natural part of life and career. Successful people see failure as a learning opportunity, not the end of the road. Use strategies such as analyzing failure, focusing on solutions, reinvesting in yourself, and building your personal brand to turn failure into a stepping stone. Apply practical exercises to cultivate a positive mindset and take purposeful action. Modern life demands resilience and adaptability. You don't need to fear failure because every failure has value. Each setback is an opportunity to identify weaknesses and improve. You are not alone. Everyone from successful entrepreneurs to renowned scientists has failed. Resilience is within your control. Every step in the right direction brings you closer to success. Ask yourself, are you ready to face failure with a new perspective? Where can you start making changes today? Take a sheet of paper and write down your recent failures. Apply the failure journal or solution plan exercises to act immediately. Commit to making at least one small change every day. Remember, failure is just a curve on the road to success. What matters is not how many times you fail, but how you rise and move forward. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. You have the power to choose how to define your life. So use failure to write the success story you are most proud of.
If you feel inspired by this story, Please hit the like button to support us, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or the Zen stories you want to hear next. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next inspirational and peaceful moments. Your interactions are a source of encouragement for our journey. Thank you for accompanying us on the path of wisdom and enlightenment.